Welcome back to The Edge, live in your Bleacher Report app. I am your host, Micah Parsons, and this episode is sponsored by Nationwide. Nationwide is on your side. Thanksgiving. Obviously, let's get right into it. Obviously, I hope everyone had an amazing Thanksgiving. It was quite wonderful. The Parsons family had a great dinner. Mama Parsons did her big one. It was great. And obviously, with Thanksgiving, we got a Thanksgiving win. And obviously, we got to eat the turducken. The turducken was quite plentiful, but it just needs just a little bit of sauce. Just a little bit of sauce. That's all it needs. But like I said, it needs just like anything, right? I like my food touching, right? There's nothing that, like, I can't eat ice cream without whipped cream. Like, I can't eat, just a regular chocolate chip cookie. Got to be the s'mores cookie. Like, I need just a little bit of something to everything. That's always been me. Like, my mac and cheese, I either have to eat it with baked beans or yams. You know what I'm saying? I can't just eat sausages. It has to be with baked beans. Like, I just grew up with combinations. You know what I'm saying? So, to others, the turducken might have been, just right for them. But for me, I just need a little bit of sauce, bro. That's always been me. I always put a little barbecue sauce on my cheeseburgers. I'm just one of the people that just like. Now, I am not a mayo and hot dog type of guy. I just stick to ketchup and mustard. But, I saw one of my teammates like some mayo on their hot dogs. That's not for me, though. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like, pick your choosing. But anyway, obviously, we got the win. Obviously, it was an important victory. Like, all wins are important. And the question is now, it's like, I know we're not satisfied, but how do we slow down this super Bengals team who's just putting 30 on everyone? Yes, they're not winning, but they're putting up over 30 points a game right now. You look at over the last couple of weeks, Joe Burrow's been on fire. I mean, it's something that we really have to watch out for. You know what I'm saying? So in terms of what we proved, it proves that we could win a home game, which obviously we had to do that. It proves that, we could win back-to-back games now. How can we do it consistently? That's all we got to do. We got to do everything, the preparation, the work that we put in every day. We're starting to come together. You know what I'm saying? The pieces are starting to come back. We're falling in line. And I'm getting very, very excited. You know what I'm saying? So, we clicking. We clicking. And what's clicking is just that everyone said, like, our backs against the wall. It's like a bully, right? If your ball against the bully, right? And you keep getting beat up, it's like at one point, do you punch back and say, I got nothing to lose? Like, enough's enough. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we just like, for us, it's just like, we're trying to show everyone how great we can be, because we know internally, we just obviously haven't been producing it every time. Now let's just do it every time. We literally have nothing to lose. We're fighting for every inch, every margin of the game. The tenacity everyone's been playing with has just been so high. You could tell everyone's hungry. Like, and some people might think the season's at loss, but for us, we're just like, F it. Let's just ball. Like people forgetting, like, yeah, winning is important and all that great stuff and, politics and football, but at some point, it's just like, let's just ball, bro. Like we kids again, like it's backyard. Like we still in high school. Like at some point, football is very simplified. Football is not complicated. It's one of the easiest sports. When you're really good at it, if you're bad, it'd probably be a long day, but it's so simplified. It's so easy when you really break it down. So like, let's just have fun. Like, I just feel like for the rest of the year, like everyone's just like, man, y'all suck. Y'all doing this. I'm just like, man, I'm just having fun. Like, no one can stop me from having fun and enjoying the game. And I really did almost let y'all take that away from me. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, when we was going through that hard time, and I almost let y'all take away from me, but I think I'm back to having fun. I'm back to, like, just having fun and just being relentless and doing all those things that I know I can do. And I think that's why I've been playing better coming back from the injury. You know what I'm saying? Because when we were, going through the hardship with the run game and everything, it was like something about me just wasn't there. Then when the game got taken away from me, and I was like, bro, I just got to get back. Like, I know what I can do. Like, I can show it. Let me just get healthy. Let me just keep working. And it And when I finally got back, I have a different appreciation for the game because obviously I was just gone for 4 weeks. I haven't, it wasn't like too significant. But, for me, it was just like, man, I just got to get back. Like let me show the world with the Dallas Cowboys and what I'm capable of. And, that's where we at right now. You know what I'm saying? So, being back and then being back with guys like Overshown, being back with guys like Bland, like people that you really didn't have a lot of time playing with. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, besides DB and obviously him missing so much significant time this year, just being back with the guys, EK and we're going to soon get Trey and D-Law back, just being back with the guys and remember how fun it was. We're not just throwing pieces in there. We actually having fun with our group of guys. So it's back to having fun and playing Cowboys football. That's why the turnovers is coming back. That's why the excitement on defense is coming back. It's just fun. It's just fun again, bro. And then seeing just the potential of these young guys of Maris, Demo, seeing how Mozzie's transforming, like I'm just saying everyone just getting better. But this defense is coming back. We're trying to get healthy. I don't know what it's gonna look like for next Monday. Hey, shout out to my guy Josh Butler. I hope you get healthy, man. Nobody wants to see that, and you were really, really, really hooping. So get healthy, man. You're gonna get your opportunity real soon. But when we get Trey and D-Law back on that field, man, it's really going to be scary. I hope people are really, really paying attention because I know D-Law, he's hungry. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to come back hard. Like this might be like this run that we have a chance here really might be special. It really might be special. So, I hope y'all really ready for this. And the chat wants to know, what do I think my playoff chances are? I think they're high. All right. Cause like people got to remember, right? Our next 4 games are extremely tough, bro. Do not listen to analytics. Do not listen to Stephen A, Shannon Sharp and them. This Bengals team is a really, really good team. Yes, their defense is struggling, but our defense was struggling. All it takes is for one game for them to click, for everyone to buy in. This is a really, really good team. Joe Burrow has been an MVP caliber quarterback. MVP caliber. And we'll get more later to him in the show, but he's been an MVP caliber quarterback. Jamar Chase has been, if it wasn't for Saquon and Derrick Henry, Jamar Chase would be offensive player of the year probably this year. He's going to be a triple crown. So do not let that take away from how good this Bengals team is. And then you look at, and not to look too far ahead, but you look at the Panthers. The Panthers have been really exciting. They took the Chiefs to overtime. They took the Bucks to overtime. Ever since Bryce Young has been back, he's been electrifying. So we're not taking this away. Like, we really have to take every game one at a time. And obviously, y'all know the Bucks, how good the Bucks are and how good that defense is. They had some injuries on offense, but that is a really, really, really good team. And obviously, we go back up to Philly and we got to get ready for Philly, which obviously is the leading team in the NFC. And then obviously rematch with Commanders. But if we could find a way to win, 3 out of 4 of those games, and then obviously try to close out with the Commanders, we make playoffs. So the chances are very, very high. They're not too far-fetched. Obviously, closing out the Giants was big, but if we could close out Washington, that would be huge too. The playoff chances are still there. So the fact that, I think we can do it. I think we all been showing it. And we've been flashing. Think about it. Football is all about clicking at the right time. So we can find a way to keep clicking, keep winning, finding ways to win games, getting stops. Man, we could be great. Ooh, we could be so great. And, I'm the first one. And I'm that person. I don't care what people say. And I'm going to say, I told you so. And I'm going to laugh all day. I'm a mock. I'm a troll because that's what I am. I'm a troller. I'm going to troll y'all because no one believes. But that's what life is about, like doing things, doing the impossible when no one believes you can do it and they can't see you doing it and you do it anyway. Like that's what real bosses do. That's what real G's do. So that's where I'm at with it. Like I can't wait. Like I really locked in. I feel like we got 6 weeks and obviously 1 week at a time to really prove to everyone what we're capable of. Yeah, we got the talent. It's just about us doing it and us working together and we can do that. So let's get into the real madness. Let's get into around the league. And we'll start with Azeez Al-Shaair suspension. Obviously suspended for 3 games for his hit on Trevor Lawrence. He's appealing the suspension. What are your thoughts on this? Okay. it's such a tough situation, bro, because there are QBs who take advantage of the situation. And I just feel like we're in a league where half the quarterbacks are Trevor Lawrence's and half the quarterbacks are runners. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to put it like this, right? Patrick Mahomes, fake slides, kind of act like he's going out of bounds, then skirts upfield. Lamar, he's going to try to make you miss at the last second. You look at Jalen Hurts is the same way. You got all these, quarterbacks that are running like running backs. And then, you got quarterbacks that are trying to pull up. So it's such a gray area. And I saw Joe Thomas, tweet his opinion about they have to eliminate the gray area in the NFL because there are quarterbacks who aren't going down. There are quarterbacks who are hesitating, trying to get an extra yard, and it ends up hurting the guys later on. You know what I'm saying? When you do ease up. So there is a gray area. I understand if he has a history of this, why they validated the suspension. But it honestly, like, the NFL does have to clear up this gray area of what QBs can do. And they have to go down immediately. And the refs have to spot them. Like, if you want to protect someone, you got to do their best and clear up any type of confusion. So if they proceed as bodies starting to lower, they should flag them down, blow the whistle. But they aren't doing that. So you have to clear that up. And that starts with the NFL. That starts with, obviously our president, Raj, and all the people that are, dictating these fines and these suspensions. Like, you have to find a way to say, okay, this is safe for defense, so we're not giving up explosive runs and plays on crucial downs. And you got to say, this is safe for the quarterback. So we have to eliminate this because we can't just, it just can't be so offensive friendly. It can't be so offensive friendly. And I'm not taking away, and I'm not trying to say the hit wasn't malicious. The hit was type crazy. The hit was crazy. Could he have pulled up a little bit? 100%. I thought it could have been he could have pulled up just a little bit. I thought the kind of like the full through with the forearm was type crazy, but he's known for, his violence of the game. You don't want to see a player of his caliber take away his violence, but it's such a gray area. I just think it's very hard to really hit on that without the NFL fixing the problems that they have with the slide, with intent to go down, because QBs are the only one that kind of have like this safe space of what they kind of do that, and they've been taking advantage of it. Even Josh Allen, you know what I'm saying? Like, Josh Allen will act like he's going out of bounds and then run through your face. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to be serious about how we're looking at some of these things. And Josh Allen is 230, and we're calling roughing the pass on him. Josh Allen's almost as big as Derrick Henry that could throw the ball 70 yards. Hell no. We need to be realistic about some of this. You know what I'm saying? So they have to clear up this gray area. Or, I can't be too mad at someone who is playing like, they're playing for every inch, every yard. Because football is a game of inches. Like, let's be real. Look how many games Patrick Mahomes won by, using his legs, taking advantage of every, inch of the game. So, I can't be too mad at that. I can't be too mad at that. Philly took down Baltimore for his 8th straight win. Lamar says mom cussed him out after the game for not running more and not hitting the running lanes. I'm going to say my mom has never called me out. She's always kind of like the safe space. You know what I mean? Like, she'd be like, oh, you'll do better next time. But, I actually respect this of his mom. Holding him to a higher standard than everyone else. Like, that's what boss moms do. I'm going to have to talk to my mom about that. Like, hey, mom, you think I could play a little bit better? Like, what you think? But I don't think, my mom know the game as well as his mom. And every situation is different, but I love the standard that his mom has for him. That shows why he's made it there. Like, there has to be a standard in your household at a very young age. Your mom or dad have to establish this standard so you can succeed like Lamar. Like, this is a very common thing. I've really started paying attention to some of this. We have to have a standard in our households, especially with your kids. I don't think I'm going to let my son drink juice unless he has 2 tutties a game. You know what I'm saying? My daughter, unless she puts up 15 points, she can't go get it. She can't go outside. You know what I'm saying? We got to hit the gym more. It has to be something that we have to establish so that way our kids can see at the highest level. And, they'll thank me later. We won't do no celebrations, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be one of them that parents that, take away their phone if they celebrate in the end zone or, try to do the night like Steph Curry. You're not Steph Curry. You're not Steph Curry. I'm sorry. You're not. You know what I'm saying? You try to do the Marshawn Lynch, you're not beast mode. You're not Hall of Fame. Like, until you do that, until you're a Hall of Famer, you're guaranteed on your way in, then you can do it. But you're not. So no celebrations. It's going to be a very strong standard around here. What does it say about the Ravens or the Eagles? I just say it really says a lot about the Eagles because they didn't play their best offensive game, but they found a way to win. And I get that, the Ravens probably could have edged out and the field goal issues have been trouble for Baltimore. So I don't want to say anything bad about Baltimore. I thought Baltimore played a good game, but they didn't play their best game all around. Football is about, I keep telling people, your quarterback have an amazing game. And we saw it with Joe Burrow. Their kicker missed the field goal to win the game. It really does not matter how good you are if you don't play, if all three phases aren't complete. You can have the best defense, but if your offense aren't, putting up points, what can you do? Yeah, you can score in D, but how many times can you do that? Obviously, I'm not going to say that because, the Broncos ended up doing it twice last night. And, y'all say it, but like, we just have to be realistic. You can't guarantee that almost every time though. So it has to be all three phases. All three phases matter the most. And yeah, because the QB gets the most money, people are always going to blame the QB. He could have done more. There's inches everywhere that equal a football game. And as you can see, the Ravens and Eagles were one of them. Now, what was the final score? End up being something, 21-19. And they had 6 points off the board. So, we have to be starting to be realistic about where we point the blame. And we'll get into more of that later, a little bit later too. But we have to be more forward about some of these things because it's just not fair and not right to everyone. The score was 24-19. And like I said, they missed two field goals and an extra point. That wins you the game. That wins you the game. That wins you the game. So we have to be like Lamar. Could he play better? 100%. But did he do enough to win the game? Possibly, but he didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe if those field goals were touchdowns, they win the game. Yeah, you could look at it like that, but you could say we did play enough, but we didn't play our best all three phases in this game. So it's a tough situation. I think both teams, everyone could always play better, but it was a good win. It was a good win for Philly. Baltimore's a really, really good team and they're a hard team to slow down. And they did a great job slowing them down. Where you have to give credit to is that, Philadelphia defense. I'll be the first one. They got some dogs over there, man. Zach Bond is playing at an all-time level right now. Some of the plays he made in that game was really, really, really impressive. He's playing at an all-pro caliber. Level right now. And we have to be realistic about that. Jalen Carter, he's been playing at a really, really high level in his second year. The jump he's made in his second year has really, 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 really been impressive. And then I was high on him. Maybe I'll be a GM one day. Might get a GM. Because every pick that I said that was, really, really, really good, they've made a significant impact in the NFL so far. And it so happens it happens for Philly. You know what I'm saying? Now, there are other picks that I made, and we could go back on our track history. You know what I'm saying? In case y'all think, put the cap on. I have called them to make these type of impacts. I knew Jalen Carter would be the guy. I knew it. Quinyon Mitchell was my number one corner. I don't know how Christian Gonzalez fell to New England at 17-18. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've made these predictions. Maybe I'll be a GM one day because I definitely would not let these guys slip like this. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that Quinyon Mitchell and Deshaun is having a year that they're having, it doesn't surprise me. But, I'll give credit right now to Howie for how he's, transformed his young defense and built around them because they're playing at a very, very impressive level. When you can get young players to step up their bar and step up their game like that, it's very impressive. You know what I'm saying? You could go a very long way when your young guys are playing like they're veterans. You know what I'm saying? So, you tip your cap to that. You tip your cap. They're playing very, very well. And then obviously both Derrick Henry and Saquon had, good games. And, it brings up the question, do you think that since they were both free agents, should teams start to invest in RBs more? I'm going to put it like this, right? Teams should invest where the superstars are at. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can we get more explosive? How can we make this person better? Because right now, like, let's be honest, bro. Baltimore was always a great running team. And then when you add Mr. 2K, Mr. Future Hall of Famer, Derrick Henry to that, did you not think he would have a great year? Like, let's be real. And then you add Saquon. We talked about this last time. Miles Sanders was a Pro Bowler for the Philadelphia Eagles. DeAndre Swift was a Pro Bowler for the Philadelphia Eagles. And then you're adding one of the most explosive, a top 5 pick. A top 5 pick. Everyone knew who Saquon was. You're adding a top 5 pick to that offense that was already super explosive run, and you got to worry about Jalen Hurts. You got to worry about Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown. They added Jahan Dotson. They added all these pieces. You do all that, and then you add Saquon? I'm not delusional. I could have saw that coming. So, I don't think that it's a RB thing. I think it's a situation thing. Because their situations before weren't that great. Now, Derrick Henry obviously made the most of it, and he was always, pretty great in the situation. And the Giants is going through the Giants situation. I don't want to keep hitting on them. But if we look around it, like, let's look at McCaffrey. He's battling injuries. He got his opportunity in San Fran. He was Offensive Player of the Year. You put him around Debo. You put him around George Kittle. You put him around Brandon Ayuk, Purdy. He flourished. Situations really matter. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's the running back. Obviously, I'm not taking away from any of these running backs. They're obviously great talent, but they all went to better situations. And when you put talent into a better situation, this is what you pay the money for. So I would say invest in a running back knowing that you're going to put him in a great situation, not carry a team. I don't think a running back could carry a team. And we see that, right? The Tennessee Titans, they got rid of A.J. Brown, and they kept Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry took him far, but he did not take him to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? That's hard. It's hard as a running back. You're just going to put 8 in a box. Saquon Barkley, they made a playoff run. They won against the Vikings. They won a divisional game, but he could not take them further than that. You need pieces. At the end of the day, like, these are all great players, but they need to be surrounded by talent. They can't do it by themselves. It's almost impossible in modern day NFL. You know what I'm saying? This isn't the 90s where it's stretch right, stretch left, great defense, quarterback just don't drop out, take 3-step dropbacks. No. This is a more sophisticated game of football. So no, I would say if you're going to take a RB, put him in a better situation. Like, look at the Texans. They had Tank Dell, Nico Collins. They added Stephon Diggs. Who they get? Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon's having a great year. They put him in obviously he had a great situation in Cincy, but he joined another situation that, was help him flourish. And he's doing that. So, you know what I mean? I think it's all situation based. Now, Josh Allen, the 6'4", 230, 240 pound quarterback that could be, he does it all. He does it all. This is one of our MVP candidates too. Josh Allen became the first QB to have a passing TD, a rushing TD, and a receiving TD in the same game. This is the same week he announced his engagement, so obviously, congratulations, Josh. But he's obviously in the MVP race. They clinched their division. The thing that impressed me about this Bills team is no one saw this coming. No one saw this coming. They broke up the safety duo. They said, we're just going to restart. They restructured Vaughn's contract. They got rid of Stephon Diggs. They said, we're going to draft some guys, bring some guys in. Gabe Davis left. And we said, this is why we paid our quarterback. Obviously, James Cook's having a great year. He should be a Pro Bowl running back. But and their defense is playing really, really well, but he's carrying this load. Josh Allen's hooping. No one saw this. Everyone thought this might be a rebuild year. He's taking a rebuild year to a 10-2 team and clinched the AFC East. So they're already in playoffs. You know what I mean? So this is very, very impressive year for Josh. And the thing is, I don't want to hear they don't got no receivers. Yeah, they went and got Mark Cooper, which was, great for them. And he's been a great asset for them. But it ain't, you can't say like it's the same as like with some of these other like the Jets, they went and got Devontae Adams, they got Garrett Wilson, Alex Lazard. They haven't been on this type time. So I'm very impressed with this Josh Allen's race right now. Like I said, right now in the MVP league, it should be Saquon. But if we're sticking to quarterback, it has to be Josh Allen right now. It has to be Josh Allen right now. Let's get into our So Much More segment. We're going to talk about defensive units that are doing so much more for their team, just like how Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company. They're a financial services company too. We've been talking about a lot of offensive side of the ball, but I want to rank my top 3 defenses in the league right now. Right now. I think at number 3, we'll go with Philadelphia off the top. At 3, we'll go Philadelphia. And obviously, I'm not putting Dallas in this because, you know what I mean? This is going to be an unbiased people, I don't want no trolling. This is a top 3. I'm never going to include Dallas in it unless there's no choice but to put us in it. But we got to consistently keep being great. At number 3, we're going to go Philly. At number 2, I'm going to go with the Chiefs. That Chiefs defense has been lights out. Yeah, they started giving up a little bit more points, but they just been so impressive. They've been finding ways to win game on defense. And wait. We might have to restart this because I'm really thinking about, these defenses. Oh man. You know what? I can't put Philly in there. Oh my God. This is tough. This is real tough. I'm about to go top 5 because this is all interchangeable. These 5 defenses have been outrageous. Like outrageous. We're going to keep Philly at 5. We're going to put Philly at 5. We're going to put Chiefs at 4. Chiefs at 4. We're going to go Lions at 3. The Lions defense has been crazy. We'll go Vikings at 2. Vikings. They've been really carrying the team. And then at number 1, we got to go Denver. Denver's been outrageous. They've been the best defense in the league this year. No doubt about it. They're leading the league in sacks. They're just playing at such a high level, bro. Like Denver's finding ways to win games. Taking the stress off of Bo Nix. I get it, and we're going to get into Jerry Jeudy in a second. I get it. That ain't happening every week. That Denver defense been rolling. I'm rocking with Denver. But speaking of that, let's get right into Jerry Jeudy, who left Denver, went up to Denver, and said, I just want to go back up there and then drop 9 receptions for 235 in the TD. I've never been a part of a revenge game, but this is how you do it. Obviously, you always want to come out with the win, but it's hard to win when you give up 2 pick sixes. You know what I'm saying? Jameis, I'm praying the Lord he delivered me from pick sixes. That's crazy. That's funny as hell. I can't even lie. That's funny as hell. But I'm gonna say it as like, I know how that feeling though. Like when you feel like you cost the game. I am a better player, but in times like this, it's an opportunity
to continue to glorify the Lord even through the toughest circumstances. I know I'm better than this. I know I'm just praying for the Lord to deliver me from pick sixes. Like that's not me. Like a phenomenal game, offense, do some great things, but I messed it up.
And I agree. I 100% agree. When they talk about Jameis and, I understand they keep bringing up. I just feel like mistakes shouldn't, derive a person from the success they were having. Up to that point, Jameis had over 400 yards and, 2 or 3 touchdowns before the pick sixes started happening. So I'm not going to take that away from. I don't think that Browns offense was moving as good as when Jameis is here. They could have moved the ball as well. Jameis is hooping. Like, I can't take that away. You know what I'm saying? Outside of them crucial interceptions at the end, he was playing at such a high level. Like, and you're talking about he was doing this against, and let's not get it twisted, bro. You know what I mean? You talk about some of the top defenses. I didn't really mention the Steelers defense. And, you can interchange it. I think a lot of defenses have been playing very well. But Jameis, stepped up at home in the snow, dominated the Steelers defense, deliver when it mattered. And he was doing it on the road. And obviously he had some, very bad mistakes where, it cost his team. But he's carving up some of the best defenses in the NFL. So can we really take this away from him? So I don't think it's a fluke. I think I think he actually can be a starting NFL quarterback. I think this offense is working better with him. So you can't say all of a sudden it's like go back to Deshaun, but people are saying, that they should get rid of Deshaun. Jameis should start. So I think at this point, y'all should just let Jameis rock out, give him this opportunity to show how, great he can be, because I think there is light there. There is light. He's showing and flashing and he's making really, really good plays. It's just some plays, like all of us, I think he just got too confident. You know what I mean? And all it takes is a split-second decision. This is the NFL. It's extremely hard. But I think he's playing good. And, on the other side, Bo Nix was playing really good. He stepped up for his offensive rookie campaign. I think it's closer than ever. They're both over 2,800 yards. Bo Nix is leading TDs, but he's also leading in interceptions. And Jaden Daniel has rushing touchdowns. But this is going to be a close offensive rookie of the year race. And I also think Brock Bowers should get thrown in there too. The season Brock Bowers is having is pretty outrageous. This offensive rookie of the year race is not over. You know what I'm saying? Jaden had it locked down, but this is a split. This is a split right now. If you're going quarterback, this is a split. They're both playing at a very, very high level and both taking over teams who had losing records and saying, we're going to find a way to win games with them. And they're both been playing really good. This is very impressive coaching by Dan Quinn and, Sean Payton. Very impressive coaching by both of them. This is a very, very impressive play. They both got offensive rookie of the year candidates, and it's looking very on the high side for both teams. It's going to come down. It's going to be a very, very close race. And there was a lot of emotions this weekend. Besides a crazy football Sunday, there was a crazy football Saturday. And let's start with Ohio State, Michigan, the brawl. Oh man, I'm gonna say Ohio. I respect Ohio State for it though. No way am I letting Michigan come up there and plant a flag. I don't blame them. They trying to stomp on the O. Hey, at some point, I think Michigan should have got more to find because they instigated and started this. Come on, I get you one. You could have went into the locker room. You got to blame the coaches for that. Obviously high emotions of the game, but you're going to protect your home field regardless, bro. I don't blame Ohio State. You don't disrespect my home field, bro. We rivalries and all that, but we ain't going for that. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to protect your home turf. Yeah, we lost, and they going to say it's classless, but it was classless what Michigan did. They could have took their win and headed into the locker room. I look on the other side. So I don't blame that. But at the end of the day, F Ohio State. Y'all know what it is. The Nittany Lions. We're going to the Big Ten Championship. Thank you, Ohio State. We're going to Indy to face Oregon. You already lost to them once, so we're going to save y'all the embarrassment and hand it out work on Saturday. Yeah, I'm putting a high standard on Penn State. We need that. Abdul Carter, Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year. defensive lineman of the year. Oregon ain't never seen nobody like him. They ain't seen nobody like Abdul. They ain't seen our front yet. They ain't seen nobody like Kobe King. They ain't see us. Our defense is locked and loaded, and we ready to see y'all in Indy. How about that? Yeah, Dylan Gabriel. I don't think you've seen a defensive line like Penn State's, and we coming. We coming. Yeah. All that rah-rah is getting handled on Saturday night in Indy. I can't wait. Let's go. Let's get it. But let's get into it. Week 14. We got Joe Burrow coming into Dallas. Obviously, it's going to be a great game. He's leading the league in passing yards, passing touchdowns. Over the past, 4 games, he's had over 30 plus points. And they lost 6 games where they scored 25 plus points. And this is a team where they're relying on their quarterback and receiver to do it all. It's going to be a very tough matchup. At home playing against this explosive offense. It's going to be very tough. We know how good they are. It's going to be an exciting matchup. It's going to be Monday Night fans. Dallas, lock in. We need you there. We need everyone there. We need y'all to have that same energy y'all had in Washington. We need to have that same energy that we had on Thanksgiving. We need y'all locked and loaded. Dallas, come up and show out because this is going to be a big one. This means a lot. We can get 3 in a row. That would be huge. Let's go, Dallas. We need y'all. Let's go. Come out and show out. We need everyone there. It's going to be a good one. You know what I mean? Let's take some final questions from the chat. Did Travis Hunter lock up the Heisman Saturday, or was he just stat padding? I think personally that, Jeanty should win it. I think Travis had a really good year. I think he did accomplish something that, we haven't seen before, someone play at the high level, but just seeing what Jeanty did this year, I mean, bro, and we're talking about competition, right? And y'all talking about who he played. I think they both played the same caliber of teams, honestly. And then when he played Oregon, he put up 3 tutties and 200 yards. So I think it didn't matter who he played. He was going to be him, and he's carrying his team. He carried his team to potentially a college football playoff, and they're playing in a championship. That's something that, Colorado didn't do. So when it comes to that, bro, I'm rocking with Jeanty, bro. He found ways to win. He is their team. I think he is what a superstar looks like. He is their team. You know what I'm saying? Like over 2,000 yards, pretty much 30 touchdowns, and you're making a college football playoff. They don't do that without him. They don't do that. So it's impressive. It's extremely impressive. He's 300 yards from the GOAT, from breaking the record. So it's going to be exciting to win. I think, sometimes we get caught up on so much hype and name that we don't really give it to the people who deserve it. I think Jeanty really deserve it. I truly do. You take it away from Boise. Do Boise really go 10-1 and make a college football playoff? Absolutely not. So, I just think, in the plays he made, the tackles he broke, it's just so impressive. Did you see Mac Hollins showing up barefoot in the snow? Would you ever do? Hell no. I think he's nuts. That's pneumonia waiting to happen. I'm never in my life doing that. The Falcons haven't won since being the Cowboys. Are y'all putting a curse on teams? Absolutely not. We're not putting a curse on teams. But, once again, they had, it was a rough day for Kurt. They threw some picks. But they got to find ways to win games again. That's all it is. That's the tough. I think people don't realize how hard it is to win in the NFL. And y'all kind of starting to see it. It's very hard. Ryan Day to the Bears? Probably not. I don't see that happening. But, hey, listen, it's Monday Night Football this week. Cowboy Nation, I need y'all really to show up, as I'm trying to show y'all, as we're trying to show y'all, believe in us. We can do it. We hear all the critics. We hear all that. Man, show up. If you're a true fan, you need to be there Monday night. Facts. Like, it's time. It's go time. Ain't no more hiding. We got 6 weeks to show the world. And we can do that. Let's do it. We need y'all behind us. The same way we want y'all to believe in us, y'all need to believe in us. Like, it's just simple like that, man. Come out, show up. Monday night, it's going down. Let's get it. And, that's a wrap. Appreciate y'all.